Ever wondered what photo accessories the pros use? You're in for a treat because today we're going to talk to you about all of our favorite accessories, what you need, what you don't. So stick around, you're not going to want to miss it. We all love photography gear. I don't know if you're like us, but here at the Coles Classroom team, we love to explore different types of gear, different types of accessories, and we wanted to take a moment to share with you some of our team's very favorite accessories that we have. So we're gonna let you check this out. Hopefully you like these things as much as we do. So one of our go-to items here at Coles Classroom is a lens protector. You can get filters to put on your lenses, you can have just a clear protector, but this is a must-have because you want to make sure you're saving your lens from being cracked. You really want to protect your investment. I can't tell you how many photographers I have seen that have had something like this, whether it's a filter or just a clear protector on the end of their lens. And by having that, when they drop their lens or if something smacks it, it's the protector that breaks and not the lens. I would much rather buy a new $20 protector or even $40 or $50, whatever kind of filter or protector that you get. I would much rather replace that than replace thousands of dollars worth in gear. So this is definitely something that we love. Something else that we love here at Coles Classroom is the lens pen. If you've never seen one of these, it is probably the most handy tool that I have in my camera bag. This kind of pen is designed to be a really safe way for you to clean up your camera lenses. Awesome for clearing up smudges, dust on the go. I actually use this with small kids as well. If I have kids that are really struggling to get into the session or they're really struggling to warm up to me, what I found is that I can often entice them by letting them explore my camera gear a little bit because they find it really fascinating and they know that it's like a hands-off thing. So I'll get out my lens pen and I'll take the brush end and I'll ask them if they want to help me clean my camera. And I just let them take the brush and kind of wipe it around the end of my lens and they think it's amazing. So kind of a trick of the trade, secret that I have, but even for actually cleaning your lenses, this is a great safe way to make sure that they're always clean and ready to go. So I have one in my bag at all times. We also love shutter huggers. If you've never seen one of these, this is such a fun thing to put on the end of your lens. It's a great way to get kids to smile, get kids to look at your camera. They make ones that are just kind of like just the animal. They also make ones that have squeakers in them. So they're a lot of fun and it can be a really cute way to get kids to look at your camera when otherwise you may have mom and dad jumping up and down behind you. You can save them all that hassle by putting this fun little shutter hugger on the end of your lens. So back to something a little more practical. We love to make sure that we have our cards organized in a card case. So one of the things that you want to make sure of is that you have your cards organized and that you don't lose them and that you have a safe place to keep them after your sessions. So everyone organizes their cards a little bit differently, but one of the things that we try to make sure of is that after a session, we have our cards in a case where we keep them and we keep them safe until we know that those photos have been delivered. So by having a safe place to keep them, you know that those cards are protected, you know they're not going anywhere, you know exactly where to find them if you need them. And it's just always a good idea to protect your memory cards all the time to keep them from getting damaged, lost, etc. Now this is something that I love to have in my bag. I haven't had to use it very often, but it's one of those things that when you have it and you need it, you're so glad that it's there. They make what's called a rain sleeve, and essentially you can kind of see in the picture here, this is a special designed sleeve that can go over your camera. It has an opening in the end that you can pull like a drawstring around so that your lens is exposed at the very, very end. But you can pull it all the way over your camera and it still allows you access to kind of reach up and have access to the viewfinder and to your controls. Your camera is, DSLR cameras are typically weather sealed and weather protected, but if you are in like really crazy weather or you just want to be extra safe, this is a really good thing to have just to stay extra protected. It's just one more layer of protection for your gear. So I've only had to use this a couple of times in my photography career, but I've been really glad to have it when I did. So another favorite accessory is the Peak Design camera strap. So we particularly love the Slide Light strap from Peak Design. What I love about it, this is a strap that I personally use, and I love that, first of all, I love that my gear feels incredibly safe and secure, and I never worry or panic about whether or not like my strap's gonna break, because what a shame it would be if you have this really expensive gear and then you have a crummy camera strap. Like I know there's like cute camera straps from like Etsy and different things that are like, they look really cute, but they're really cheap and you don't know for sure how secure they are. It would be such a shame to damage your thousands of dollars worth of equipment just because you wanted a cute camera strap. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't ones out there that are perfectly secure, but I'm not willing to take the risk. So I use a strap like the Peak Design, and I love that it's just the right size. The Slide Light is a little bit thinner. They have one that's thicker. It has a wider band, but I love that I can wear it around my neck, but it can also be worn crossbody, and it's very easily adjusted on the go. So I can have it pulled in really tight to my body, or with just one switch of a little lever, I can pull it out and have a lot more room. So this is my absolute favorite camera strap. I don't know that I would ever change. And another favorite from our team is the Low Pro camera backpack. So if you've ever struggled with having a lot of neck and shoulder pain, if you know what it's like to carry a heavy bag over your shoulder, and you've ever experienced that end of the day pain after a day full of shooting or even one session or a wedding, it is exhausting and so painful. And having a camera backpack solves that problem because you're equalizing the pressure on your back, you're allowing your full body to carry the weight of that gear. So backpack is the way to go. And another benefit is that it carries tons of gear. So we really love the Low Pro. This is one of our favorites. And gray card. Now there's multiple uses for a gray card. You've probably heard about using it for white balance. It is a great way to get perfect white balance every time. If you are in a really tricky lighting situation, can also be used for setting your flash exposure. So that's a really great use. Always nice to have one of these on hand. You can get like small ones that are around a lanyard here that can easily go around your neck or in your bag, but they also make bigger cards if you have room to like slide that into your bag or your backpack. There's lots of different ones you can get. They come in different sizes, but having a gray card is definitely something that we always recommend you have on hand. So those are our favorites here at the Kohl's Classroom team, and we would also love to know what some of your favorites are, especially if we didn't mention it here in this video. Let us know in the comments what your favorite accessory is for your camera gear.